use this term hypnosis as hypnotherapy in order to work for people who are coming to a therapist willingly to work upon conditions of their life. So hypnosis basically comes in from the Greek term, which means nervous sleep. Okay. And nervous sleep is a term which is paradoxical. That means if you are nervous, you are not able to sleep. You are very nervous. If you are sleeping, then you cannot be nervous. You are peacefully sleeping.
Absolutely.
Nervous sleep is a term which basically gives the situation of your body or your mind where you are half awake and half asleep, which means that your body is completely in a state of rest, but your mind is very much aware. Rather, it's in a heightened state of awareness. Now, we basically use this term hypnosis as hypnotherapy in order to work for people who are coming to a therapist willingly to work upon conditions of their life.
But the...
Definitely, very rightly put. When we are listening to music, we are in a state of trance. When we are watching our favorite movie, we are in a state of trance. When we are chanting, when we are praying, we are in a state of trance. So in a normal state, we are in a state of trance in a lot of areas of our life naturally. But when it happens in a controlled environment, in a clinical setup, then it is known as hypnotherapy. Now, hypnotherapy is of two types basically. We say Western hypnosis and Eastern hypnosis. Now again, not to go with the region, however, Eastern hypnosis is also done with the people who are coming from the history, wherein they used to work for the autocrats, that is for the king, and for protecting the autocracy. They used to work in controlling people's mind. Which of course, this technique is known by a lot of siddhas.
To protect the autocracy.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because the king wanted to be a king and...
Forever, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. The power needed to be in his hands. Then of course it came also with the siddhas, wherein they also used this for various practices for the well-being of the society. Okay. However, when it goes into the hands of people who misuse it, and like every science has a dark face to it, this science also have a dark face to it. In Eastern hypnosis, wherein people do stage hypnosis, people do a lot of areas wherein they dupe you, like you said rightly, the babas and all, who are not very ethically practicing it. So of course they might capture your mind and then they might take things away from you or do things to you in a certain way. So to put an end to that practice, we basically practice Western hypnotherapy, and we do this with hypnotherapists who are certified from either IMDA, which is International Medical Dental Association, and British Medical Association also has given certification to it. And in India also, in the year 2002, it is completely recognized in the Ministry of Ayush. So when we work with clinical hypnotherapists who work with willing clients in the areas wherein they want to bring a change, like increasing your confidence, increasing your self-esteem, working with your, the depressed one, working inside of you to bring a change outside. So working with stress reduction, also working with past lives, healing through your age regression therapies. So a lot of areas which are scientifically tested on the masses and figured out that it really brings a positive change is clinical hypnotherapy.
As I'm listening to break the paradigm, how do you deal with that?
This is very interesting because we've been doing this through our institute, which is known as ACA. ACA was earlier known as California Hypnosis Institute of India, and we are basically working with a curriculum wherein we create hypnotherapists So our vision is to create hypnotherapists in every household. So what are we working upon? We are working upon creating, a knowledge and awareness, the wisdom about what is hypnotherapy, how it can be used in a positive way,
Right.
how you can work with knowing your mind, how you can work with the people and scientists who have already researched this. So if you go global, you will see HMI, which is the Hypnosis Motivation Institute by Dr. John Kappas.
Right.
And now his son, Dr. John Kappas, is running it. So we basically understand how relationships are working, what can we do in order to work relationships together, how we can let go of the negative thought patterns which human mind creates. So we are creating an education and awareness amongst the masses by not only practicing hypnotherapy but teaching hypnotherapy anyone starting from age 18 till 60, 65, 70 to whenever the person is open to learn.
Wonderful. And what should be the pocket that one needs to look into when getting on to this courses of hypnotherapy?
The hypnosis courses basically are ICA gives is level 1 to level 5. However, level 1 is for everyone and anyone, and it just comes about to 10,750 bucks.
Mhm.
So it's very much affordable. In fact, before level 1, there is a level 0 curriculum, which is only of 3 hours, wherein we give all the facts and myths of hypnotherapy. We teach about the theory of the mind, how our mind functions. We also tell them how to practice self-hypnosis. So it's not that the other person always is doing hypnosis on you, which is hetero-hypnosis. You can work on your own self also to empower yourself. So hypnosis is very powerful when you do it in a self-hypnosis pattern.